Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, before I start, I realized that I should be turning on some music in the background because I can't keep my mouth going the entire time. Yeah, so I put in the description I put in the description what happened earlier. I had to go pick up my kids, and I had to go to the bathroom, and I didn't realize until afterwards that I was actually really hungry. I had forgotten to eat today. Oh well, after lunch I mean. That happens to me quite often. Then I eat an awful lot. Speaking of which, last week I ate kangaroo. I moved to Australia recently. I think it's something that you kind of have to do. So I ate kangaroo, and I should move up there because I look at myself then. It's like looking at another person. So yeah, I ate kangaroo, and ever since my stomach has been going through issues, and it's really debilitating. So the last time the issue arose, I was making my project on the desktop here, which I know now that I shouldn't be doing, and that probably isn't a good idea overall. But I moved it to here, to new project. I deleted everything, and I'm going to start again. For those that didn't watch the first time, I'm using GPT Pilot, which you can install through extensions in here. GPT Pilot. Click there, click here, Alpha, install, and it couldn't start up again for me. Once you do, this happens here. And can we use this folder to work with this? Yes. Okay. Sweet. I do not know what's happening right now. This is not the first time. This is the first time this happened. Setting up Python environment. If I have to get my OpenAI key, I have to get my OpenAI key. I only have one monitor at the moment. Create new app. Okay. We called it Unbalanced. Just to make it a new name. Can you describe it? Yes, I can. Now I'm just going to read this out. Oh, I have to write it out again. Oh, golly. Okay. Right. Copy and paste doesn't seem to work here. Okay. So at least I'll be able to read it out to you as I write it. Create a local P2P. Now, I think I screwed up with this because I don't want it local, but we can adjust this later using the Aider program. So we'll just leave it as local for now. Create a local P2P communication app using Electron and Node.js, where users can share notes and images. We don't want to do the images for now. Images, marking them as public or private. Allow users to retract public notes, removing them from the other users' local storage. Ensure the app operates locally with optional internet access for GPT for integration for note organization. Users will input their OpenAI API keys for this feature. Okay. Yeah, let's go with that. Will the app require user authentication system to manage access to public and private nodes? Only a simple logon. Might be different than what I chose last time. Should P2P communication support real-time exchange of notes, or will it be asynchronous? Real-time or asynchronous? Let's just go asynchronous. Please. There's no need to not be polite. Will users need to manually input their peers' details for the P2P network, or should the app discover peers automatically within the local network? I want manual, please. Might as well. So, the idea for this, when I get it to go a bit further, if I get it to go a bit further, is so that we don't have to link up to the big companies like Google or Microsoft or any of those. We'll just be able to communicate with each other and share notes between each other. Not any real reason for that, other than it's kind of annoying to always have to go through some other exchange. Now I do have a website. I actually have two of them. One is bunkerdocs.com and the other one is theowen.com. Now Owen is spelled the Irish way, E-O-I-N. And I called it that because I was in a rush to make it. I was becoming unemployed because I chose to leave my last job, and Owen was taken as a website name, so I went with the Owen. Quite egotistical, but I definitely could use that as a backend if I need to, but I don't want to have it online. I want to have a network set up between, I think maybe like torrents, I guess, but not too sure. Sorry if there's noises in the background, that's probably due to the dishwasher going. My daughter might wake up at some point as well. She does that quite often. Or should the app discover peers automatically? Manual, please. So this whole program should be building basically itself with just interactions with me and like suggestions from me, but I have no idea. The last time I set this up, it cost something like 70 cents or even less, like 40 cents, 50 cents, which I'll just have a look now, because it was a few hours ago, and if there was any extra additional costs, yeah, seems fine. And this is what it cost me today, 79 cents today. So I can stomach that so far. Okay. Should GPT integration be used for any other purposes besides organization, such as content generation or summarization? Just organization of notes made by people, and it is not necessary right now. We can add it in later. Not too sure how it's going to handle that input. Okay, does the app require a specific data format for the notes, or will plain text suffice? Plain text is fine. At the very least, I imagine that like on a campus or something like that, you'd be able to use UUIDs to communicate with each other, or in a company environment. Do you want to add anything else? I think UUIDs should be used, and that the users will have to give their UUID to someone else before they can receive notes from them. This should work both ways. It's going to ask me if there's anything else. Now, last time I was on here, I saw, surprisingly, that I had messages. Oh, somebody messaged me and rang me. Of course. My mum. She's okay. Do you want to add anything else? If not, just press enter. Sorry, I'm just going to message my mum back, otherwise they're going to feel guilty. Okay. Unless you want to talk to the internet. She doesn't, I know that. So, user can generate a unique ID for their account, which must be shared with or received from other users for peer-to-peer note sharing. Yeah. Do you want to add anything else? I can't think of anything right now. Do you want anything else? If not, okay, just press enter. I pressed enter, and this happened the last time a few times before it kicked in and started going forward. User can set visibility of note to public when creating it. Yeah. User can, do you want to, okay, user can retract a public note which will subsequently delete it from the other user's local storage. Yeah. Users can share notes asynchronously with connected peers on a peer-to-peer network. Yeah. Users can input OpenAI API keys to enable GPT-4 integration for note organization. Yeah. I feel like this list is smaller than the last time, but okay. Electron, Node.js, Express, UUID, Socket.io, Webpack, Babel, React, Bootstrap, HTML, CSS, Passport, JSON, WebSocket. Now let's do a look at my previous video. Your channel, live, here, don't let it play. Took me a while to write that last time. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Electron Node SQLite. That's not on the list. Enter the check. Please check this message and say what needs to be changed. If everything is okay, press enter. We may need SQLite to store data locally. What else do we have? PouchDB, Material UI. Oh yeah. We want a nice UI, and PouchDB might be needed. I should have went through what I had written before. socket IO 0MQ. Maybe 0MQ. Also, I know this is probably unnecessary and that would probably find it itself later on. Node red and local forge. And node red and local forge. Also. Okay, don't know. 0MQ is spelled differently in my list now that I have over here. Okay. Let's just go and see what it says. Please set up the local environment so that the technologies listed can be utilized. Okay. So, last time we cheated and we took this and we put it in here. So let's cheat again. We need to install all of this in my project directory. Which is in the second image. I am using an extension AXTENT. Why am I spelling extension wrong? Yeah, no second T. Extension in Visual Studio Code called GPT Pilot that has asked me to set this up. Now, please set up the local environment so that the technologies listed can be utilized. I kind of just want to go and press done. npm init -y. Okay, so this is setting it up for us. Then we just take this. Installs it. Okay, so configure package JSON to include scripts for running Electron app. So what happens if I open up this? Start. Build. You know what? I'm not going to touch it this time. Version controlled. No, I'm not going to do that either. Let's just go with what we got, and I'm going to click done. Let it see about figuring out what I've done. I set up this basic Electron application scaffold, the main window displaying, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It should figure out everything. Well, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but my hope is that it should figure out everything. So when did my mum call me? She called me 15 minutes ago. Okay. Oh, yeah. So what I was doing while that's working is why you should stop working. Okay, yeah. I had people on my account last time looking at my live stream, and I would like to see if anybody pops on this time, as I think I was accidentally rude last time by ignoring people, so sorry about that. I just haven't had anybody looking at my channel before, so the one thing for me that I would like while doing all this, and this is bad, is I would like to vape outside. I think it's rude to get up and walk away, and also the moment spent outside while this is running and this stops ends up making it like sit there for a while and slows down everything, like as in vaping, smoking, bathroom breaks, eating, they all slow down productivity, and it bothers me now more than ever, especially since I have less time than most. I have more time than others, but less time than some, I guess. A lot of my day is spent thinking about what my next project might be, or the list of projects that I have, which one I should prioritize, and I generally do a half-ass effort on the stuff that I could be doing, because I'm on to the next project in my mind. Usually I end up stopping when I realize, oh yeah, I can do that. Okay, moving on. What's the next thing I can't do? It's busy, isn't it? And I know, technically, I'm not doing anything right now, but let me show you something. Star Trek, where kids are captured by advanced civilization. Nope, 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 nope. What was the young kid? Or Wesley? W-E-S-L-E-Y is wants to stay on board the Enterprise. No, 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 no. Oh, no. Man, I can't find it. Where Wesley and children are taken. Okay, that's scary. Okay, can I execute the command? Yes, you may. Should I have read it? Probably. I will want to see that later. Was it your first time on bridge? Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna have to take this. Do a search on Google. This one. When the bow breaks. Okay, can I start? Yes. Programming nowadays, so stressful. Boom, boom. It's this episode, but I don't know if it shows the part where I want to see it. Nope. Can I execute this command? Yes.
Faster than the
My middle mouse is broken, so sometimes 2 to 3 of these with tabs are opened at any given time. Now the reason I am on here, this is where all the kids get abducted. Ah, this is the exact scene I'm thinking about. Okay, so this is what modern coding is like.
Number 5. My guess is this is an empty thread. Katie learns to make music with a Simon game, and it sounds just like the Traveler's theme.
Yes. Oh, it does. Ah, never realized that.
Harry learns to destroy wood. -1.
Okay. The Harry learns to destroy wood for some reason was turned into a weird thingy.
The whole planet is stagnating. Now for the big trick.
But
His dad is an oceanographer on the Enterprise. So, are there dolphins on the Enterprise?
yes, there are.
Just like the fish went still.
Okay, so in the episode, that tool that he's using here for playing with his wood, where is it? Let me see.
Harry learns.
You just have to imagine what you like, and then it gets generated for you. Now, that's how I see modern programming, or where we're headed, where things are just generated for you when you think about things. That's kind of what I'm hoping for here. Please open the file source.app.js on line 8 and add the required input. What is the required input? Add more UI components here. So app.js, I think it would open up the right time. A line 8. What is it asking me to do? Should I be paying attention? Input required on line 8. Add more UI components here. Once you're done, press Y. Excuse my language, I have no idea what it wants me to put in, because I'm not really paying attention. And to be honest, even if I was, I don't know what I'd put in there. What UI components should I put in here? See, too much work. I want to be on Star Trek. Right there, stop. Here is app.js. Sometimes I do end up breaking GPT-4, so okay. Based on app.js file you provided for the unbalanced project, which already includes Bootstrap for styling, you might want to add some AI components that could be useful for the user to interact with the application. Here's an example of what you might include. So navbar, yep, okay, I get that. Well, okay. That seems reasonable to me. Let's just take everything here up to the return and everything here up to the return, paste, and Control S. Press Y to continue. So, I don't know if any of you saw where Meta, Facebook, whatever you want to call them, ended up creating a brain reading module or application I'm not too sure if it has to have stuff strapped around your head or if it's just looking at your face or the twitching of your eye. But that in combination with something like Neuralink, I don't think that you need to drill into somebody's head to actually input these things. It might offer some advantages, but I don't know. Cool, that installed. Can I execute the command npx webpack? Yes, you can. That in combination with something like this and repetitiveness could end up, can I start debugging? Yes, you can. Would end up giving us the technology similar to that in the Star Trek episode. The error suggests that the file could be related to a variety of issues such as corrupted npm cache, misconfigured npm paths, or missing npm installation. So I think of this as like accelerated development and accelerated errors. But when you're normally working on something, at least in my case, you kind of know what the last thing you did was, so then you can go back and try and investigate that readily, you know? Whereas here, I have all of these things installed basically without me even thinking about it, and if something goes really far wrong, I may not be able to catch up with how to fix it. Yep. Okay. Yeah. It's adding more things to the npm. So I'm just going to check that I have sound coming through. Yeah, I do. Sometimes I don't. And I've done streams where I've had to turn off my stream due to me having not recorded my voice for a long period of time. npm cache clean force, yep, go for it. npm install, yep. I do like how fast this is. I do not like that I'm spending money on it. I do like that it should be saving me a bunch of energy and I'll have something out at the end. I do want this to be on a local machine, even if it is slower. And I would like it to be like AutoGen or Baby AGI or that AI company thing that was made by, I think it was Stanford and Meta or something like that, where they ended up having another developer work through it and the other developer having to be another local LLM. I was investigating making something like this myself using Olama and trying to get them to communicate between each other, but basically I'd end up running that on a run pod because I was only using 7 billion parameter models instead of larger ones, and although they are good, they're not good enough in my opinion, or I don't trust it enough to leave my computer running for the next 3 days just to give me a bunch of broken files. Can I start debugging? Yes. Well, this is using GPT-4, I believe. Yes, it is, because I just checked. And I do trust GPT-4 more than myself. There are people that I know that I would trust more than GPT-4, but GPT-4 I trust more than me. By the way, I'm looking for a job. Yeah. So, yeah, kind of outing myself right now. Or am I? I don't know. GPT-4 seems to beat everybody at things nowadays. Anybody that says that they are better than it at everything is making stuff up, in my opinion. So, I don't know if anybody has ever... Oh, there's 2 people watching my channel. Is it me? I'm watching it from my other place. Say hello. Otherwise, if you don't mind, that might be helpful to me. Can I execute? Yes, you can. Okay. I'd love to have a conversation with somebody. I can actually see the message here on my phone. Maybe you can go debugging with me. Maybe I can answer a question or 2. I don't know if I can. But you know who can't? Your manager. I don't care who they are. I have spent more time in the last year and a bit following all different types of AI out there. And if it's a question related to coding itself, sure, they know more than me. In fact, you know, somebody that's just come out of college knows more than me. Somebody that's been in anywhere near a computer for the last year knows more than me. But when it comes to what kind of tech is out there regarding AI, it's very unlikely that your manager knows more than me, because they're busy people. And I am busy working and looking at AI products because I see it as kind of a dream come true. Not that something should be taking the thinking away from me, but something that is allowing fast production. Like, who hasn't thought about looking at code or looking at code, hey, why can't this be automated itself? I remember this used to be considered an impossibility. I remember a year and a half ago walking down to the coffee shop with my workmates. Can I execute the command? Yes, you can. And we were discussing about how AGI will never happen. Now I was like, oh, maybe it will, maybe it will. And now I'm still in the category of maybe it will, but I got a whole year worth of backup saying, hey, it's a lot closer than you think it is. If it's not 1 year away or 3 months away, or it's not here already, it's going to be here at some point, and I would bet that this is more than just in my lifetime. Can I start debugging? Yes, you can. I think that what's nice about this over AGI, or I don't know about TaskWeaver. I've been wanting to go along and try TaskWeaver, but not AGI. AutoGen is that it seems a bit smarter, and it might be just because I'm looking at it in a GUI format, but I feel like it is, and I like that it's also in alpha. And I know I'm paying for it, but maybe they have a deal with OpenAI. I'm not too sure. But either way, OpenAI should be saying, hey, I like what you're doing here. Because I like what they're doing here. Please open the file at source main.js on line 10 and add the required input. Once you're done, type Y. What is the required input? Input required. Ensure context isolation. Set the alignment requirements. What does that mean? I am not sure what is being asked of me here. Context isolation, I would go true. Input required. Ensure context isolation is set in alignment with your security requirements. Is it? Isn't it? I don't know. I'm not going to do a research online when this is here for me to do this. Come on. The screenshot you've shared shows an Electron application's main.js. The file, the code in question is related to the creation of a new browser window and the settings for web security. Here's a breakdown of what's happening. Context isolation. Context isolation flag is a security feature that prevents the main process's environment, Node.js, from accessing render processes the web pages. When context isolation is set to true, it prevents the preload scripts from accessing Electron APIs, the Electron APIs and the global window object directly. Node integration, the node integration flag, when set to true, allows the render. Okay, right. Here's an example of secure settings you might use. Okay. Let's have a look. False, true, false. Cool. I am not going to argue with you, or you, or anybody online about this. I'm going to just go with that. Okay? I'm wanting to test out this. If yes, just enter otherwise. Otherwise type no. It will be processed as successfully executed. Can I yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, just click yes. Yes, you can debug the issue. Every time I click on something, that's a few extra cents. Luckily, there's a limit that I spent, but the best thing about this, with me interacting with it, is that if I had set autogen to non-interactive, I could get many issues, including higher costs, when it just repeatedly keeps on going back and forth between its own manager AI and a subordinate AI. And I could also end up just like having too quick a response, and so I get rate limited. So theoretically I'm not getting rate limited here, but we'll find out eventually. Yes you can. Yes you can. This is a nice wine. Not too strong. Has a little bit of fizz to it, like it's fermented correctly. Or the way I like, I mean. Can I execute command? Yes. So I heard recently about a guy that believed that the awards for winning wine prizes was all about who you know. And he'd won a couple of prizes before. So what he did is he went to a supermarket and he bought a really cheap wine, and a lot of it, something that costs like a few dollars. Speaking of which, wine in Australia currently is very cheap, at like $8. And I've been living in New Zealand for 15 years now, and that stuff costs, especially anything that tastes good. It's like they definitely know what tastes good and what doesn't taste good, and when it tastes good, it costs more. And this guy anyway, he ended up telling all of his friends about it and telling anybody in the news and whatever about how amazing this wine was. And remember, he bought it from a supermarket, and he entered it into a competition and he got the gold prize for it. So take what you want out of that. Fake it till you make it. I don't know. I don't like that idea. I like tangible truths. I feel the world is already full of fake. And everybody's a bullshit artist. Yep. So when it says npm start, it's trying to run the program. Runs the program, gets an output here, finds the issue, and goes, once you're done, continue. Oh, what do you want me to do? Can you start? Okay, sorry. I tried running the following command, but it doesn't seem to work. npm start. Can you please make it work? Okay, asking the wrong bloody person. Here. Do I run it in here? npm. It's an unblazed, yeah. Start. Hey! Place sticky footer content here. Okay, cool. Continue. Why couldn't you get it to start? Okay, to test, number 1 has been completed successfully. The human user should follow these steps. Ensure Node.js is installed on the Windows machine. If it's not installed, download and install long-term LTS version of Node.js. Open command prompt as administrator. Being an admin. Okay, yes. Being an admin is not strictly necessary, but can sometimes resolve certain permissions. Navigate to the directory where the project is located. CD command, Electron project. Okay, replace path to Electron project with the actual path to the directory. Run the app sh npm start. I did do that. If the task has been completed correctly, after running npm start, command on Electron window should appear, displaying a simple user interface with a bootstrap styled heading that says welcome to Unbalance. It does. There should be no errors in the command prompt. There is none, as you can see over here, from which the application was started. If these conditions are met and the UI is displayed as expected, then the task can be considered successfully completed. If any errors occur or the UI does not appear as described, then the task has not been completed successfully and further investigation would be needed. It worked. If something is wrong, tell me here. I'd give you an image to look at, but I can see an app after I started npm start. What do we have? It says welcome to Unbalanced. That should have been unbalanced. Oh well, unbalanced it is. It says welcome to Unbalanced. By the way, I had no wine. I had a sip of it before I started, so that was just a genuine mistake. It says welcome to Unbalanced, and it doesn't have a capital B there. And I cannot click any buttons other than the file, edit, view, window, and help. But I, however, think it works. Oh, if you're watching the video and I'm an annoying person, please let me know. I firmly believe I must be annoying. Okay. Based on the description provided by your colleague, it seems that Electron application is functioning as expected, with the main windows displaying welcome, blah blah blah. The HTML button in source.apps don't have any click event handlers attached to them. Cool. They are referring to the default menu. Yes. To resolve potential issues, here are the steps. Handling HTML if you need to add click functionality. No. If the default menu is not relevant to your app, you can customize it by adding no. It's fine. I'm kind of like skim reading. Shouldn't really do that, I guess. So add this function inside app. Yes. Clicks. I don't want to test these things. I want you to do all that. I'm already doing too much work. I'm meant to be doing the talking and then the entertaining. You're meant to be doing all the work, and I'm meant to be complaining. Considering how I saw this thing today where this guy called Fluke from YouTube was talking about how LinkedIn CEOs are basically talking down about software developers and thinking that they are worthless and not worth. It's good that they're working from home. This was during the pandemic, I think, and that they just bring a negativity to the office, and that it affects everybody else. Now, I've worked in engineering companies. And I really enjoyed there, and it is kind of like what we're like, I guess. We always have to look for an improvement, and it's one way or another. Some people like efficient code, some people like a newer product, some people like to just do rapid prototyping. I'll put myself in that category, and just check if they can hack things together. Well, other people realize, hey, hacking things together is one thing, but you can't actually have it as a legitimate product for a company that is, which I think Google should listen to, by the way. You can't just throw stuff out there. So, and I don't get me wrong, I love Google. I just want them to like step up and start doing things properly. I said it in the previous video. I'm at the closest point in my life to considering to using an Apple product, and that scares me. But yeah, there it is. Okay, please open file.js or file app.js on line 8 and add the required input once you're done. Could you tell me what the required inputs are? Let's do a snippet again. I'm not doing thinking here, people. This is late at night. I've had a long day. I'm trying to chat. What required inputs is this app on about? I am open to suggestions and will take anything to see this proceed. What this thing needs is a more like, can you clarify kind of thing. I'm sure it means in this case that you can add something else you think you might want. I don't want to add on the button clicked thing that it suggested earlier. I want you to do it. Where's my ChatGPT? Okay, the screenshot indicates that the application requires additional input on line 8 app.js. A common approach to this state management within the component to handle user interactions such as clicks. Here's a simplified example of how you might add a button click handler app within the app component. Cool. I thought we did something very similar a few minutes ago. We did. Class name, active, item, yeah. Oh, this part. Under nav, class name MT4, current view, home pricing, blah, blah, blah. Is this because I complained? So footer part we leave out, and we just take this. This is the biggest issue with ChatGPT taking it for code. You can't select a larger box. Even if I make this larger, like look at that. It's a $100 billion company, and they are happy to give you this giant amount of black or gray space on either side. Why? Like, do they have one UI person? Sorry, I'm getting grumpy, and I know I'm using their code to do this, but kick up the ass is what somebody needs there, to be honest. It's just ridiculous. And I know I should shut up because it's not me that would be good enough to... I could fix this. I could fix this part. I could fix this part myself without even ChatGPT. And it might take me 3 or 4 tries, but my God. It's like you've had months. You can't do diddly squat to fix that. What is this class name? This is a template for a simple marketing... okay, This, look. Okay. No, let's take the whole thing. If not, give me back the code working. So I have another pet peeve with prompt engineers. Yes, they're probably right, but they're probably wrong too, depending on how difficult the question is. The better way of going about it will be that Mamba thing that was invented recently. Well, that works there on the side. Mamba instead of transformers. It stops the context window from crashing. So I'm saying Mamba is a new model designed to efficiently handle long sequence lengths and outperform other models in language and DNA modeling, with potential as a replacement for transformers and state space models. So is Mamba the next generation replacement of transformers? So sometimes, I don't know how the camera's going to look here on your side, as you're talking to GPT-4, it kind of goes and starts forgetting what it's supposed to give you, or if you ask for some code, it'll give you code at the end and at the beginning, and kind of like, oh hey, and just fill in the blank in the middle yourself. I don't care what I have here. Looks right to me. I'm just gonna take this. Just take the whole bloody thing on. Yep, okay. Okay, so here's what changed. Added the use state hook to manage current view, cool. Updated handle button click, added current view name active. I don't think it's worth us reading when we don't really care currently. We want this program to do it for us, otherwise we'd be sitting down and doing it. Still 2 people. I feel like as in I must be one of them. Okay, cool. Yes. Yes. Sorry. It says on my phone, let me see. I don't know if you can see that. The eyesight of this camera is not very good. But it says there's 2 people there. And I know I'm one of them. I don't know who the second one is. So, maybe it's music in the background. By the way, music in the background comes from Suno AI. Boom, boom. I want to watch this. Can I exclude? Yes, you can. Probably going to give this coding another hour or so. I'm enjoying this YouTube stuff, to be honest. I need to improve at it. I think especially on the videos section. I'm not too sure what I'm supposed to do when it comes to the debug the live streams. I feel as though they're easier because you're just talking. My biggest issue with talking is either when my stomach hurts, I need to use the bathroom, my daughter wakes up, I have to clean, I'm wanting to jump out for a vape. It's because I used to smoke cigarettes for a long time. Don't get into that, kids. Not worth it. Lots of money for frightening feelings in your chest. Can I execute the command? Yes, you can. Of course, go for it. I don't mind. So yeah, I'm supposed to be more professional when I'm doing these things, but also I am not sometimes, I guess. Can I start debugging? I'm more relaxed at the moment. It's nighttime. Picked up my kids at 5 o'clock, dropped them off at school at like 9:30 today, or 9 today actually. And it's a late start, because they only started recently. And because I've been minding them for the last few months. And I made a couple of like short videos in the morning. And the videos I made were related to the Domo AI app, and another one that I was looking at was Video Poet, and I was comparing them to Pika Art. Domo was okay. Video Poet is looks amazing, just like Gemini did, but we don't get to use it. And I don't know why Google keeps on trying to throw out these things. It's like, you are Google. Sit back. Everybody knows you're awesome. Just relax. Make a nice product. Fix up the stuff that you have. And then come and blow us all away. Look at what Apple is doing. They've sat back. They're now building models that can run on the phone. And nobody's even really talking about it, and they haven't even released it. They're not even saying anything, or they've released it slowly. And yeah, it's good. Once you are done, type Y. Okay, please open the file source main.js. Yep. Input required directory. I don't know the feckin' required directory. You're the one building the program to expose only necessary and secure Node.js functionality. Having ChatGPT ask ChatGPT, it's like all I'm doing is a copy and paste machine. Like, just choose it yourself. Sorry, I don't mean to be complaining. This is just how I code. This is quite normal. Well, this is how I code nowadays, or at least for the last year. Before that, I would just be bitching at the wall. So, can I just leave this as is, or should I specify something? I do not know. Yeah, so I think if you go to theown.com, you're here trapped on my channel, or for all time, or whatever the video is anyway, at least I have to go check my own website. I got this egotistical thing. I'm Owen, okay, right, whatever. But like, I have experience making other projects. This is a HoloLens that I used to work on. This is a VR museum I did with, why is it so small? There we go. I did this in virtual reality. This is when my 3080 Ti was like top notch and awesome, and I was using a point cloud generated by a SX10 that was created by my friend Jakob. I removed the hand controls because I just wanted to, like, I don't know why I did, but it's all in virtual reality. So this is Christchurch Museum, New Zealand. That was a construction crane. And this is a point cloud, and it was all running inside of the on my computer, and then transmitted to the headset. The VR thing, or AR thing, augmented reality. You can see those points there, and I think I created another one at my own location. So I'm indoors, right? So it's slightly off already, but I can send my. You might know that the HoloLens doesn't actually have the ability to know its location in the actual world. So, but in this instance, I was connecting it to an OR10 receiver from Trimble, and I got it to record its location and then update it to a database, which you could see online. My friend was helping me work on this, Tristan Brejo, and we ended up getting the location saved, and you could walk around. The idea for me was that I would like to have two HoloLens, which I had an XR10, or like HoloLens 1 and HoloLens 2, and I wanted to have like a Harry Potter style fight. Now, obviously, I want to have a Star Wars fight, but you can't actually hit each other, right? You're still in augmented reality. But a Harry Potter fight with laser lights on the other end, or shooting a dragon with a wand in the sky, now that you can do. I would definitely normally not do that. Android games that I basically made in the same week I made this page, because I wanted a demo that I could actually make things. Never buy that. It's for young kids, and my son loves it or hates it. He's 4, and this one here, he also loves or hates. I'm making infuriating games, and this is from DID early on. This is like really early on, so this whole page needs to be made better. Ray tracing. This is a demo project I made for, and you can download it and run it. but uses a JS thing. Oh, sorry, let's continue here. I wanted to see how ray tracing worked in 2D, and basically I created something like Duke Nukem. Yes. Without the shooting, without the monsters, or Doom. We would appreciate if you let us store your initial app prompt. Yeah, does that mean that you broke everything? Again? Do you want... No, I don't want to close it. Are you... finished? Okay. GPT Pilot exiting with error. Awesome. It's because you're still up and running? Oh, what was the... Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I was talking too much shite. In your Electron apps creation window function, the preload property window, web preferences. This is the main.js, isn't it? Yeah. Within the web preferences is used to specify a path to a script with a load that will be loaded before any other scripts run in your render process. The script is used to safely expose required Node.js functionality. Okay, if you have a preload.js script loaded in the same directory as the main.js, do I? I do not know. No, I do not. Then you can use this. However, if you don't have preload.js script yet, or it's located in a different location or different directory, you will need to create one or update the path accordingly. Okay, so let's go with, I don't know why I'm paying for this other thing if I cannot do this. Okay. Write secure code in preload.js. For example, if you need to expose Node's FS module to read files from the render process, your preload.js might look like this. Cool. I will take this and I will have a look inside of here and I will put it in there. Done. Handle the IPC call in your main process, in your main.js. You would handle the read file channel like this. Okay. Correctly specify the path to your preload.js in the window. Okay. Where's the create window being made? So this is why engineers are not going to go anywhere anytime soon, because now I have to start debugging properly. You see these things on YouTube from some of the channels about how amazing these pieces of software are, and then you build anything that's slightly difficult and then you're just stuck. Well guys, I've said to myself earlier today that I haven't played a game in 6 months' time, and I'm going to take a break now and I'm going to play a game. I guess I'll just leave my stream up and running to whomever is watching, but I've wanted to wind down for an extremely long period of time, and I'm not too sure how I'm going to go through the rest of this currently, because I'm trying to go to bed earlier. But I would consider so far GPT Pilot a failure, mostly because of all the hand holding that I need. If it can't get me to just work through stuff so easily, like what was it? C programs Python 3.10 sparse line parse, like as in, is this, do I have to fix a Python issue? I know I pressed the wrong button, but there should be a way to go back. I know I should have done the other thing first. I'm going to turn it off, as I just did, but I'm going to come back, okay? So, I started off here, did this, show more options, open with code, GPT Pilot, go back here, open Pilot, open Pilot, load app, oh, we can go back steps, that's kind of cool. Let's try from 55. Can I override any changes that you might have made, that might have made the project, since yes you can. So maybe I go back to step 54. Okay, let's do it again. Show more options, open with code, Pilot, open, doesn't work the first time, wait for it, click again, open again, load, select app, unbalanced, line 54, load app. What have we got? Can I? Yes, you can. Now I have to ask myself, is this actually end up costing me a bunch of cash each time? Can I execute the command? Yes, you can. Yes, you saw these errors. We would appreciate it. Okay, right. Best of luck making your code a bit better, guys. I know it's probably a me issue, but I know that's something that you want to fix. So I'm glad that the video is out there. I don't know who's around, but I'm going to keep the stream up for a little while longer. Oh no, I said I'd call my mum. Right, so I'll call my mum and might game another night. Talk to you later, guys. Have a nice night and thank you for joining me. I hope I wasn't too irritating. And I probably won't be touching GPT Pilot for a little while. I did see a different program out there that today, Muify or something like that. I'll have a look and check, and then I might use that one. It had a bit more of a GUI interface. It wasn't just in VS Code, but it seemed to work, although the task that the guy was creating was just a to-do list, and I think that's what all these guys are trained on. And you, thanks for watching. See you again, and bye.